The glow of fame was intoxicating, alluring, and dangerously unrelenting. For two young men who had risen together under its weight, the limelight often felt like both a blessing and a curse. They met when their faces were yet unrecognizable, their dreams still fragile whispers. In the austere confines of their agency's training rooms, they had exchanged shy smiles, a silent agreement that this partnership might just survive the trials ahead. And it did. For years, they shared everything: triumphs, failures, homes, meals, and secrets that no one else could ever understand. As their group soared to unprecedented heights, the scrutiny of millions became their constant shadow. Fan cameras tracked their every step, headlines dissected their every word, and strangers projected fantasies onto their unguarded moments. And then came the whispers, the kind that grew into roaring accusations without a shred of truth. It started innocently enough. A few pictures taken out of context, shared online with captions that hinted at a relationship that went beyond friendship. A connection too deep to be platonic, one netizen speculated. The post went viral. Within days, fan theories swirled across platforms, each more invasive than the last. What were once moments of camaraderie became evidence dissected frame by frame. A hand resting on a shoulder, an inside joke caught on camera. Even the songs they wrote became fuel for rumors. For Taehyung and Jungkook, the storm outside was deafening. Inside, however, silence reigned. Neither wanted to address the unspoken tension that now accompanied their interactions. "Do you think we should say something?" Taehyung asked one night, his voice low, hesitant. They sat in the corner of their practice room, a place that had always felt safe. Jungkook looked up, his expression unreadable. "And what would we say? That it's not true? They'll twist that too." And twist it they did. As the rumors grew, so did the backlash. A vocal minority of fans began to demand explanations, while others turned vicious, leaving hateful comments on their social media posts. The media, always hungry for scandal, fanned the flames with speculative articles. But it wasn't the public scrutiny that hurt the most. It was the doubt it planted within their own circle. Bandmates, staff, even friends who had once been unwavering in their support began to look at them differently. The tension came to a head during a group meeting. Their leader, always the peacemaker, tried to broach the subject gently. "I think we need to address this as a group. It's affecting our image." Taehyung bristled. "Our image? Since when did our personal lives become public property?" Jungkook remained silent, his gaze fixed on the floor. "It's not about that," another member interjected. "It's about protecting what we've built. We can't let this spiral out of control." The breaking point came during a live broadcast. They had been fielding fan questions, smiling through the exhaustion as they always did. Then, a question appeared on the screen. "Are you two dating?" The room fell silent. The host laughed awkwardly, trying to brush it off, but the damage was done. Taehyung forced a smile, his hands clenched tightly in his lap. Jungkook said nothing. It was Jungkook who broke the silence. "Why do we let them win?" he asked, finding Taehyung alone in their dorm's kitchen. Taehyung looked up, his eyes heavy with unspoken emotions. "Because fighting feels impossible. No matter what we say, they won't believe us." The answer didn't come easily, but over time, they found it together. They stopped reading the comments, stopped trying to control the narrative. Instead, they focused on their music, pouring their frustrations and fears into songs that spoke to anyone who had ever felt misunderstood. Their fans, the ones who truly cared, rallied behind them. Slowly, the rumors began to fade, replaced by a renewed appreciation for their artistry. Years later, when asked about that turbulent period, Taehyung smiled wistfully. "It taught us who we are and who we're not. And it reminded us that the only people who truly know us are the ones who matter." Jungkook, sitting beside him, added, "Fame is fleeting, but what we have, that's real." And in the end, that was all that mattered. As the rumors quieted, the scars they left behind remained. Fame, even at its brightest, casts long shadows, and Taehyung and Jungkook often found themselves questioning the cost of their success. "I sometimes wonder," Taehyung said one evening as they sat on the rooftop of their shared apartment, "if we would have been happier as nobodies. Just two guys chasing dreams, without the world watching." Jungkook exhaled, watching the city lights blink like distant stars. "Maybe. But would you trade all the good moments for that?" Taehyung didn't answer immediately. The memories of their shared laughter, their triumphs on stage, and the warmth of their fans came rushing back. "No," he admitted. "But it's hard to ignore how much we've lost." Jungkook nodded. They had lost a part of their innocence, the naive belief that talent and hard work would shield them from the darker side of fame. But what stung the most was the erosion of trust, not between them, but with the world around them. Even as the rumors faded, the whispers lingered in unexpected places. A glance from a stranger in an elevator, a question disguised as curiosity during interviews, a subtle change in how some colleagues treated them. It was as if the scandal had marked them with an invisible stain. Their next album became their most personal yet. Each track was a testament to their resilience, an open letter to those who had tried to define them. One song in particular, "Invisible Bonds," resonated deeply with fans. It spoke of unspoken connections, of enduring storms together, and of a love that transcended labels. When asked during a press conference about the song's meaning, Taehyung replied, "It's about the relationships that shape us, the ones that can't be explained but are felt deeply." Jungkook added, "It's also about not letting the world dictate how you feel or who you should be. It's about staying true to yourself." The media speculated endlessly about the song's inspiration, but neither of them offered further explanations. Instead, they let the music speak while their careers thrived. Their personal lives remained a battlefield of trust and healing. They sought solace in their bandmates, who eventually realized the depth of what they had endured. Conversations that had once been avoided now flowed freely, each member sharing their own struggles with the pressures of fame. Their leader, who had always carried the weight of the group's success, admitted, "I didn't handle it well back then. I thought protecting the group meant avoiding conflict, but I should have stood by you more." Forgiveness wasn't instantaneous, but it was sincere. Together, they rebuilt the trust that had been shaken, solidifying their bond as more than just bandmates. They were brothers. As the years went by, Taehyung and Jungkook developed a quiet resistance to the world's expectations.